Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Trash Talk. So it must be Tuesday at 8 a.m.
Yeah. Hey, we're on time, I think.
Yeah, your clock is a little bit off there, but
I'm a little bit off. It's all good.
this show is a little bit off. That's why
True.
we do it. And we have
True.
been doing it for quite a while.
I know.
But we have been doing it long enough, and I guess you can tell by the backgrounds that we're going to be talking a little bit about scheduling. And I'll tell you one thing that that you can always bet on, and that is to schedule an appointment with Christine Dean, who is the DFW networking diva. She is a sponsor of this show, and she is the producer of this show, and she's great at marketing. You want to take your marketing, your website, your marketing plans to the next level. Give her a call. You get a free consultation just by contacting her. And what could be better than that? So put it on your schedule to call her and schedule a consultation with her.
Hey, don't let our show be the example just because she helps us out. Okay.
Right. Yes. We are really kind of at the bottom of her list, but we're rising with a bullet.
Probably because we bug the hell out of her every day. Hey, you got to do this.
Yeah, and Brandon's shirt says it all.
That's true.
It's Trash Talk.
What are we doing today? Oh, scheduling, right?
Scheduling, which we have to do. You know, this show is brought to you every week, and we sit and sometimes agonize as to what are we going to do and what are we going to schedule for this show on this date. I mean, sometimes, like a couple of weeks ago, we did a really great show with our friend Travis Patton Sr. and all revolving around Valentine's Day. Yeah, when there's a holiday, that's a no-brainer. But otherwise, you kind of say, well, what are we going to talk about, and when are we going to talk about it? And so and then sometimes that doesn't work because we usually record sometimes. And we plan to do it on this day at this time. Then all of a sudden I get a note from Brandon. Hey, I'm running a little bit late, or not going to be able to make it today. Or, recently I had to say, whoa, we got to push this back a little because my internet's down. It's always something. So we are victims of a schedule.
Yes.
I got mine on my phone. You use a calendar on your phone?
Yeah, and I think we were talking about this before. I use so not so much the calendar on my phone. My calendar has my bills on my phone, so I know what's coming out, on what day.
That's depressing.
I put events on there, like for example, WrestleMania coming up in about a month. That's on there. Mostly, I use the notepad part of it for things. I have a calendar on the fridge. I have a dry erase on the side of the fridge, a dry erase little board for me. My tablet, but I'm old school. Just like when I write, I'm old school. I've got a daily planner. I write it down.
Yeah, Lauren does everything on a calendar. She buys a 3-year calendar.
Oh, hell no.
Every 3 years she gets a new one, and then she can schedule stuff out because sometimes you do plan on something like a concert. It might be a concert that's later in the year or next year.
Absolutely.
And you want to be able to plan for that. I do mine on my phone, and every day when I get up, brush the teeth, start the coffee, check out the calendar. What's on the schedule for today? Certain things you do on a regular basis on your schedule, like I walk the dog on a schedule, but doctor's appointments,
yeah,
a concert, or maybe you have to pay a bill, or you have to download something,
or something with your car. You're taking your car in, you're going to the dentist, which I just recently went to.
Yeah.
And yeah, like things like that, it combines a scheduled list of items that have to be done with things that either you plan for or maybe you didn't plan for, but you got to do them anyway.
Right. stuff you do on a regular basis every day is like, maybe you take a couple of pills every day at the same time, that you get into a habit for doing.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, if I didn't have that scheduler, sometimes somebody will call you up and say, hey, why don't we get together? And you say, okay, sure. Then all of a sudden you check your calendar. Oh man, I already made an appointment for that time or that day.
Yeah, you double book or something. That's funny you bring that up. So in my personal life, more so now than ever, I'm really horrible. You know this firsthand. I'm an awful individual when it comes to getting together with people or rescheduling. When I do get together with people, like, hey, I know we planned this, but I'm going to reschedule it 5 times and then I'll finally see you. That's me, and I suck. But in my business life, I'm actually really good at it. It's weird. It's a total night and day.
Well, but that's the priority.
It is the priority. But I also feel bad too, because if somebody reschedules on me 5 times, I get upset, So, yeah. But when I used to book music for the clubs and for bands, I booked very far out in advance for the most part. Some dates I left around. If I didn't have that written down, scheduled in the computer, scheduled on it, I would double book. And there's nothing more that's embarrassing and time consuming and money than double booking a band for an event. And I'm not saying I've never done it. I've done it twice that I know of in my life. And what I ended up doing was I just let them play. I just had 2 bands that day and paid for it, because I don't want to screw them over. But you want to talk about when you get further down the line, a month, 2 months, 3 months from now, you got to write it down. You got to get it.
But in your case, what was it like when you would schedule a band for 2-3 months down the road, and then all of a sudden, a week in advance or something, you get a call, hey, we're going to have to cancel because either the lead singer is sick or the drummer is broke his arm,
the drummer's the lead singer's dead. That no, for real. Yeah, that's happened, and it's frustrating because you've booked it up and you've put it into your criteria, your schedule,
and you told no to probably somebody else because they said we're going to be in town that weekend. You say, oh man, I'm already booked for that weekend,
and you promoted it.
Right.
So yeah, that's frustrating. And I hate that. And then, you know what though? Look, things happen.
Right. Right.
You can't.
Look, we've been through 2 years of COVID, and how many sporting events, concerts, all kinds of things have got postponed, rescheduled, or so. Just recently here in town, Elton John had to cancel his concert or reschedule his concert from 2 years ago because of COVID. And then the night before he was supposed to perform his rescheduled event, he got COVID.
I know.
And they had to cancel the event.
Can you believe that? Well, and that's funny. So I went to a concert in November, let's just say November. And it was Guns N' Roses. That was a rescheduled concert from a year and a half that I got tickets for because of COVID.
Yeah.
Thank God I got to go, and 30,000 people there. But we're still getting concerts that are scheduling. So now Elton John's got to come back. And I didn't even think he was touring anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I didn't even want
it. He's running on what's that stuff they pump into your body when you die?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, formaldehyde? No.
Formaldehyde.
That's Keith Richards.
That would be great for some old entertainers to have a formaldehyde tour.
I got to be honest with you, Elton John looks great. He did that song back in Christmas with Ed Sheeran, and I thought it was awesome. What a great Christmas song. I love Elton John, and I'm super happy I got to see him, but I digress.
Well,
I didn't know.
And since you're digressing, another one was the recent collaboration between Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga.
Well, don't get me started on that. That one might make me cry. I'll be honest with you, because what an amazing. First, here we go again, guys. First of all, Lady Gaga is super talented, awesome. And to see her and Bennett and that relationship as he's really going through some heavy Alzheimer's.
Right. Right.
Is amazing to me. Anybody, we'll get off this topic, but anybody that wants to check that out, Google it, YouTube it, watch Lady Gaga interact with Tony Bennett and how she reminds him of what song they're going to do, and he just comes banging.
The eye contact, too.
Beautiful. But anyway.
But I am finding that when I schedule something, I'm doing it more, at least when I do it on paper, I do it in pencil. Even I got my book right in front of me. When we talk about the shows that we're going to do, I'm going to say, okay, well, I'm put down for next week. We're going to talk about this. And then sure enough, during the week, you'll send me an email saying, I know we scheduled to talk about this, but this came up. And how about if we move that back a week or two and put something else in? It's our lives now,
I think we not us, but I with the show, but I think we overcomplicate it in general in life. I think we cram so much, and I'm guilty of it too. We cram so much onto our plate. It's an unrealistic expectation of what we're going to get done in a 24-hour period, unless we don't want to sleep. And I know I don't sleep very much, but even then, like, you want to be, for me, I want to get up at 6 a.m. So I've been really religiously getting up at 6 a.m. for a while now, doing the best I can, because I want to get up and I want to get my workout done and I want to start my day. And I feel better and I feel great.
Right.
But somehow I want to stay up, have some adult time when Luke's asleep, so I don't have to watch cartoons or whatever. Write, scan through emails, play on social media, watch a movie, but yet I want to get up at 6 a.m. You can't, something's got to give. So on top of everything else that you do in between the day, it's we overstack our plate. And I think sometimes that's what gets us.
Well, you're right. I mean, you're a prime example because you do so many things between your podcasts, between working at different places, also writing. Not only the books, but you're also writing the movie reviews. I think I would probably go brain dead if I had to try and figure out when I'm going to do everything, because some of those things are on deadline. Some of them you can say, okay, I can postpone this a day or so.
Absolutely.
Sometimes the brakes give out in your car and you can't make it to where you were scheduled to be.
And there goes a half a day.
I hate to bring that up again.
Yeah, I just knocked my computer over. I got so angry. But there goes half a day, and you can't, nobody scheduled that. Nobody said, hey, you know what, today's the day that my brakes are going to go out.
One thing I have never missed on a schedule is a meal.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yeah. Always find time. Might be a little bit late. Have you ever scheduled a dinner at a restaurant or something, and you made a reservation, and all of a sudden you got stuck in traffic and you're running late, or and either you get there and now they can't take you because you were a half hour late?
I've canceled some reses in my day. Yeah, I have. I've canceled reservations when I've put together the dinner. Like I've said, hey guys, I can't make it. And I brought, like, we used to get together back in Michigan with our crew. You always have that crew. There'd be 5 to 10 of us. And I used to do the dinners at my place. It was like a family dinner every Sunday. They all come over. We would then decide, let's just go out. So I book it somewhere. Let's do this, let's do it. And I was working the nightclub. So Saturday night, which would turn into Sunday morning, hey guys, it's 7 a.m. I didn't get home. I'm going to take a nap. And I'd wake up at 4. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to make it.
That'll throw your schedule off.
Right. And they're there, because I didn't have any kids at the time, but they're at dinner without me.
Hey, I know a guy who schedules getting together for coffee sometimes on a Saturday morning or whatever, and then has to cancel out let's postpone or let's do it next week instead of this week. But I can't remember who that guy was.
Hey, I just know the last time that this guy got coffee, he was there. So I showed up.
The last time we got together, I had to actually wipe my eyes out and say, "Are you really here?"
It technically was last year. But
yes, it was.
I'm the worst. And then I wait for the opportunity, like now. So my son's out of town for a while, So I'm like, okay, now's the time, cram everything in. And I'm like, you're overdoing it. I'm still overdoing it. Right. Today, as we record this show, I've got like 5 more shows to record with other people and my show and write, and I gotta sleep sometime. Like, I'm just overdoing it. I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Don't they call that burning the candle at both ends?
I don't even have a candle anymore.
Your candle has just burned down to nothing but little ash.
It's like a wick that they forgot to melt the candle on. It's just hanging there.
Yeah,
I don't know how, you know what though, but then I look at people like The Rock, right? Granted, him and I are very different,
just a little bit.
Yeah. Besides bank accounts, that dude's schedule is ridiculous. Now, he gets up sometimes at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the gym. If he can, he goes to bed by 7 or 8 o'clock at night. First off, I don't even know how to do that. Okay. Now, granted, he's got people to take care of his little one, his wife, and all that. And right. I'm sure if I was making millions, I'd find a way to go to bed at 7.
Well, and his gym is probably right downstairs in his house.
Yeah, I don't know. No, maybe, but some of the places he goes to are these crazy places.
But you know what? He's got somebody else that does his scheduling.
See, that's what I'm getting at. I need to get to the point where I can pay somebody to schedule my stuff for me and wake me up. They don't have to live with me. Just make sure, just send me a text, Brandon, you got this today. I just want to do that. I don't care who they are. I got to get to that point in my life. If I've reached that point, I'm done. I'm good.
Except, and I always think like the shows like The West Wing or those where there's even in real life, the president, there's somebody that's following him around all day and saying, Mr. President, we've got to wrap this one up in 15 minutes because you're due to have a meeting with this guy and that guy. Where do you get to the point where you just say, hey, look, clear my schedule. I need a day where I just sit, back, put my feet up on the couch and do nothing. When was the last time? When was the last time you had a day like that?
I don't know. Like, and you're talking nothing. Like I'm not gonna
like 19 what?
Like you're talking, hey, when I get up in the morning, I'm gonna have my coffee and I'm not doing anything. Like I'm not gonna clean, I'm not gonna write, I'm not gonna answer email. I don't know when that day was. I don't know.
Yeah. See, you don't have a wife to behind you to remind you.
No, I don't. Thank God.
Now, see, my wife just went out of town. What did she do? On the kitchen table, there is a list of things that I have to do before she gets back.
You got X amount of days. So you're like, I'm going to blow off 7.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
That's how I am. But I'm actually staying pretty regimented while he's gone. I've got my list of like the bedroom. Like I'm talking cleaning out the vents, cleaning out the blinds. Like we're going hardcore. But I used to have a girl named Holly. I doubt she watches the show, but I don't even know where she is right now. Back in the day, she worked with me at the clubs. She was my go-to girl. Her and Stacy were my go-to girls. They were those people to me. Brandon, you got this. Brandon, I wrote this down. Brandon, I got this. I mean, and I would write notes and nobody can read my handwriting. They would literally grab the note and rewrite it for people to give it to people. I didn't even have to ask them. They were just there. I wish I could have one of them here. Well, I wouldn't mind having one right here now for anyway, but but they were that. And I guess I did pay them, but I need to find one of those.
Yeah, but and I mean that's what wasn't that called a Girl Friday? They would call them the Girl Friday or something. And I don't know
The girl Friday.
where that phrase came up. Yeah, but my Girl Friday.
I-
That was a person that
What?
would schedule, and I don't know whether it had to do anything with scheduling what you had to do on the weekends or what, but
I'm looking that up right now, by the way.
you know, and it was also what that was called a secretary, and that was something a secretary would do, is to make sure that you were to keep to your schedule.
Well, I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but yeah, it's a female helper, um, personal assistant.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that. Let me see. Hold
yeah.
on.
And that's somebody that would keep you on the straight and narrow to make sure that you were supposed to be where you were supposed to be at what time.
It formulated in 1929.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like, so is Girl Friday, and it came from, it sounds like an actual like show or movie or something. It was a newspaper thing. I don't know. I'm not reading it all because I don't feel like it. But 1920. I'm sure now it's probably offensive and it'll get canceled. You know, something stupid like that.
Well, one thing is for sure.
Hey, this is my. I'm not going to say it. Never mind.
Well, one thing is for sure that everybody should put on their schedule Tuesday mornings at 8 a.m. because that's when Trash Talk is here. And at least you can get up and for that, like 15, 20 minutes every Tuesday morning, get a cup of coffee and just focus on the nonsense that we spew out and put it on your schedule because it might be the best part of your Tuesday.
Yeah. And guess what? You can literally watch it or listen to it while you make your coffee. You can put it on the Amazon Alexa. You can put it on your headphones. You can put it on social media. Right. Any way you want. You've got an option to listen or look at our lovely faces every morning. There you go.
And just in case you have something else scheduled, you can catch it later. So what could be better than that? So schedule next week, Tuesday, 8 a.m. Trash Talk with Brandon and Stuart. Okay.
Maybe.
Bye.